Morning, everybody. I know it's a quick live. I just, boom, there it is. Hmm. So I hope everybody's doing good this morning. Hey, let's see. Hey, Salty C, I have not seen you in a while. Good to see you, Zero Jules. Dinah, Do 420, Popcorn, Coco. There's Jesse and Zero Jules. Good to see y'all, Coco. You crack me up, by the way. Hey, Rachel. I always love when you come through because I just like to say Rachel. I do. Hey, Christy, did you get your book? Please tell me your book finally came through. Mine did. I'm on chapter, and here's the thing, because I told y'all, Michelle, listen, Bun Bun, don't start nothing right now. I'm on chapter 12. That's because I didn't start reading until 5 o'clock yesterday. Hey, was his Aaron. Good to see you. What? Because they are. Because they fucking are. You did finally. Hey, Sophie's mom, Linda Lou. I didn't get to start reading until like 5 o'clock yesterday. And the little one, you know how it is, y'all. When you start reading a book, everybody's got questions that they didn't have before. Hey, Pollyanna, you're on chapter 11. Okay, so it's starting to get good. It's starting to get good. I will, once I've read more, break the book. We'll start talking about it. Hey, just a girl. Because the first part, which for those who have not read it, she goes into her, growing up. There was a lot of people named Rulon. That was a name for people in Utah in the Mormon church. Oh, it is, Pearl. That's what you say. There's some shockers in there. I'm going to read more of it before we discuss it. Morning, hikers. Let's see. Christy says, as soon as I picked it up, everyone needed to say, yes. Yes, you see what I'm saying? And I won't lie, it's kind of a slow start, but it's important to understand her past. I knew that her and her mom had some issues because of her mom leaving the faith. She didn't treat her mom too well because she had a hard time reconciling that her mom had left the faith. You did the audio book since I never have time to sit down. That's not a bad idea. You too, Aaron. Thank you, Jesse. I did the audio book since I never, yeah, I wouldn't have hated that. Hey, Titanium Bill, proud Marine mamas. But I'm at the part where things get juicy. TLC has come in, which most of us already knew this. They wanted to just do a documentary. They said no because they lived in secret and it wouldn't be worth it to lose their jobs and maybe go to jail because at the time, polygamy was a crime in the state of Utah. I think it's just a misdemeanor now, like a traffic ticket, but they wanted more, and I'm glad that they did more and made it like a series. We know where we're at today with Sister Wives, but it's starting to get good. Mary was very difficult to live with. She doesn't spend all her time on Cody, but my God, I dislike him. Oh, I know. Oh, her first night with him really upset me. I couldn't believe she went there. I'm glad she did. He is. He really is. He did not care. Yeah, you did. You did. I know. But there's something about a book. I might listen to some of it though. I haven't watched Sister Wives since they first moved to the land. Oh, Coyote Pass. where Janelle had the art. Well, you're not too far behind. I see a lot has happened since then. Well, he lost every wife, except for Robin, of course. Good morning, Lacey. Thanks for the good for going live. I was watching. Oh God, that sucks. The first night was upsetting. He didn't care. The wedding night and the honeymoon. Yeah. Good morning, Queen Bella. He did not care that that was her first time, and he didn't do anything to make it enjoyable, if y'all know what I mean. I do too, Dinah do. I do. Something about reading a book, but I got to hurry with it because my mom is like, hurry up. I gotta take it to mom, and then I want it back. Because if she ever comes through and does like a book signing, I'm having that thing signed. Somebody said, one of the bloggers that cover Sister Wives said that they weren't getting their book until like September 12th. I don't know. I think they ordered through Barnes and Noble. Girl, you could have went on Amazon a couple of weeks ago, and you like everybody got their books yesterday. Most people. I don't know why some are getting theirs late, but let's see, hacker. So I just now am getting into the Idaho 4 step. Oh, okay. And no, you're good. You're good. This is about sister wives, and man, you're a great aunt again, Titanium Bill. You look too young to be a great aunt. A great aunt? Wow. Well, good for you. Good morning, Pixie. Oh no, you're fine. Y'all, this might be a two-part live because I got a lot of things I want to talk about. And now that the whiny feller's out of here, don't ever come in my chat crying. That's a rule for this channel. If you can't, I ain't talking to y'all. Y'all are cool. If you can't handle what I talk about, don't come in here snotting in my chat for my mods and my good subs to have to listen to it. Me too. This book smells good. But yeah, I sense that. Hey, Georgia Peach, I am so glad to see you. I sense that old dude was trying to come in here and snot all over my good subscribers and moderators. Don't do that. That is a rule. I need to put it back on my about. No crybabies allowed. It used to be my thing because I don't want you snotting on my people. You're not always going to like what I have to say. So if you don't like what I'm going to say, okay? Sometimes I'm going to talk about your favorite YouTuber. No tears here. That's right, Michelle. Michelle, you got that right. There's some little dude in here trying. Why is your title? Y'all are weird. Okay, I'm out. Another thing. This ain't an airport. It's not. So I don't need announcements. You know, I'm out. Y'all, I mean, if you mean it, like I got to go to work and stuff. Y'all, that's fine. But I don't need that type of. I'm out. This ain't for me, bitch. Bye. Don't come in here crying all over the place. Phew. Can y'all tell I ain't had enough coffee this morning? Oh God. I think second in line from Cody is oh God. Oh, I got to talk about Barry. The episode from last week when he's talking about his daughter Lydia losing her virginity really creeped me out. Thank you, Sophie's mom, for bringing that up because I'm going to have a whole rant about that, not this morning, but later on this week. Cody and the dad from the Plaths. Why are you talking about puked? Good morning, Melissa Jade. Good to see you. I love you, Sue. Keep it. Thank you. I have done a million videos on. Really? Well, there's a channel. Who was it who just said they're keeping up with that? Just started the Idaho 4. If one of my mods could drop Titanium Built's link and y'all want to sub up to her, go for it. The old dude crying because he's weird. Yeah, yeah, and it's actually her voice. But yeah, I'm gonna go there's gonna be a whole separate, live for what's his name? Barry from the class. He really creeps me out. Good morning, Texas girl. Good to see you, hon. All right, now to the y'all are weird. Um, I didn't go live yesterday. I kind of just disconnected from YouTube and my phone. The little one was out of school, had a parent teacher, spent time with her, um, did some stuff to the house. It's cooling down out. It feels good. You feel like doing stuff. And I also feel like cooking again. And then my book was coming. So I just could not wait for that. And it got here, and that's what I wanted to do. But the Plaths are weirdos, Pixie. But I want to go ahead. I know most people talked about it yesterday. And I want to refer to a post. Spudler, she comes in here sometimes. I really like her. I want to say she really hit it on the head with this post. Let me find it. I know I put it in here. Yep, Spudler. Let's see. Spudler said 7 hours ago, "Hey Remy, Captain Oddby, when a channel that incites hatred, doxes creators and their families, and continues to rant in veiled threats, then spend time explaining to her audience how dangerous this platform is, etc. That is when I shake my head. I guess someone went too far, and they are now trying to reframe themselves into someone who cares about safety of others and families with a phrase, 'we don't care,' pretending now to be a decent human. To be a decent human being isn't going to work. Even strangers can see what you are. Staying within the law doesn't justify anything." You're welcome, Titania Bill. Thank you, Michelle, for dropping it. Now, I love Spudler. She's always coming through with some sound, solid advice. And I have an idea of what she's talking about. I will not put words in her mouth, but that's going to segue into this. Let me pull it up. And then nonsense. I got some things I want to talk about there too. One thing at a time, Soup. One thing at a time. I notice I am bad for going all over the place. And another thing, if you all could let me know about my ads, I want to keep my ads very limited. Yes, I run ads, but I was watching somebody the other night. Well, let's go back over here. They've all lost it. And I had to log out of mine because they kept talking about, dang, this person every 2 minutes is playing ads. Well, I have premium, so I don't have to deal with ads. So I logged out of mine and went into another account I have, Take Two the Soup. And I was watching their live, and my God, if my ads get okay, thank you, Sophie's mom. No, if they ever get like that, let me know. I do not want to bog you all down with ads. I haven't seen ads as much as I thank you. Good. I try to keep them at a minimum. I do not want a ton of ads. So if that ever happens, let me know. And trust, it will not offend me. If my sound's ever bad, anything y'all can tell me. Some YouTubers can't handle it. It drives me nuts. She needs to keep her cigarette out of the poor cow's face. Amanda, you crack me up. I love you. Yes, I've heard, Lacey, that she's got a gang of ads. She's another one. That drives, actually, it will drive subscribers crazy. If you're anything like me, that is, I can't stand that. I hate commercials. That's why I pay a premium. There is Pearl to the string. Hey, ma'am.
Hey, lovely. How are you?
Hey. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine, sweetie.
Well, aren't we
Hey,
soft spoken this morning? Sweet. You just sound so sweet, Pearl.
deceptive, deceptive.
Hmm.
I don't know how you can say that. This is the most horrible accent in the UK. Give me
Right.
my, give me my flowers.
Well, and I'm an old hag in my early 40s. Who would have known?
I swear you are the same age, if not younger, as Trisha herself. So it's hilarious. Yes, Spudler. I love Spudler's
I do too.
page. She speaks a lot of sense on her posts.
Yeah.
She makes beautiful little videos. She's done some wonderful history videos, especially if, like me, you do like a bit of piracy.
Yeah.
Uh, she's she really is a lovely human being all round, and
She
she has
is.
taken so much flack because, again, she won't. She will criticize all sides because
Yeah.
she'll criticize the behavior, not the person. And she gets so much pushback sometimes in her comments. It's ridiculous.
The two I see that are very well rounded in this sector is Zero Jules and Spudler. There's some others too, but those two stick out to me the most.
Yes.
Spudler and Zero Jules. I just like them. Spudler is always on point, and I know what she's talking about because we're about to play it. Um, I'm not going to show audio, so let me fix this. Now, I don't know how one can explain. I mean, I'm just going to play audio. I don't know how one can explain what this is. Let me make me and Pearl bigger. Well, there's Pearl. I'll just make Pearl bigger for now. Pearl, you're center stage.
This is a takeover. Everyone
um,
behave in the chat. The soup doesn't get hurt.
it doesn't get hurt. I love you. So the B over on, I guess it was, yeah, it was Rumble. Man, there ain't no two ways about it. Let's just play it. And she's up there with Clue.
Your little
Now they're showing a house. This is why I got Pearl on the big screen. I'm not going to be a part of this weird shit.
stupid threat you made isn't going to get you very far. There's somebody not too far off from your house. So keep making those fucking threats.
There's not somebody too far from your house.
Well, hello, lovely lady.
Now, cringe warning with this Regina pick me, and everything she says is wrong.
Hello, give me 1 second. I got to pull something up.
And what she pulls up is somebody driving in their car. Uh-oh. Let me let this play and go on mute.
What do we have here? Well. What was that? Be careful making fucking threats, bitch. Be careful making fucking threats, bitch. Be real
Well, they just called out school. But I'm going to keep going. Can you hear me, Pearl?
Yes, I can. What's happened at the school?
A water line break.
Ah, right.
Yeah. But I'm going to she's going to ride the bus home. So we've got a little while.
fucking careful making goddamn threats.
Oh, so what I was saying before the phone rang is you see somebody, they're in their car, they're driving, and it looks like uh, they're recording them. They're recording themselves driving in the woods, and you see the woods.
Now,
Yes,
Toast
exactly. Do you look?
on the flip side, Toasty's on. We're gonna go kick it with her for a minute.
So anyway, that's about enough of that because I really don't care what this Regina weirdo has to say. I found her very odd. Let me go back to me and Pearl. Minimize Pearl.
This is just pouring gasoline on a fire. That's
Yep.
what she was doing.
Yep.
I personally, I mean, we're in a different situation over here. People don't have guns in the house, so you've got to listen to what I say with that knowing that that colours my attitude. Okay, I don't have a personal problem with him having protection. It's not something that I personally understand. But given that circumstance, that you know that he has a weapon, why you would make any jokes on any panel about pulling up on somebody blows my mind. Why would you do that? Then you know that he's in a heightened state. He has just said, which to me he shouldn't have said, but he's within his rights. He's not. I don't believe he's threatening somebody if he says, "If you turn up at my house," you know, as in attempting. The implication being attempting to harm me and my family, then I will pop a cap in you. I don't think that's out of the realms. I'm sorry, but I don't, and I don't even like the man. But I'm telling you now,
Right.
if it was legal for me to have a weapon in this house and somebody was threatening all the time that they were going to turn up and they were flying drones over my house and they were making comments about trail cams and all this stuff, then I'm afraid I probably would say, you need to know if you attempt to get in this house, you're going to end up. I'm going to protect
Some people
myself
ain't
by
playing.
any means necessary. And then your next response is to show someone driving past their house. What do you think you're doing?
It's a good question. What is your point of driving by someone's house, and how sloppy of you to play it and make a veiled threat? What is wrong with you? What is the end goal? What is it going to take for both sides to put down this nonsense? Well, that's a funny word considering. It's insane. It's insane. You all are going, somebody is going to get hurt. I'm not saying that to be dramatic. It
Yeah, what
always
concerns
ends.
me is that somebody who could get hurt could be some guy who's just knocking on the door to say the electricity is going to be down because we're doing roadworks, or somebody delivering a parcel, or somebody just sort of doing some sort of community sort of awareness thing, or even polling politically or whatever. Some random is going to knock on the door and get the full force of all this bullshit that's going down.
That's a good point. And Lindsay said that Granny and Jay said it wasn't cool. Shocking. I'm actually shocked. I guess I don't know when they said that. Good on them. I don't know when they said it, but I heard, I have not listened, that the bee was kind of backpedaling all this last night, but
I had
it's
heard that, and believe me, Bumble, even though yet again I've got a free membership, I was not in the butcheries. I never am. I watch you via clips, but you know, I'm sure you've said something. But yes, I heard that she was trying to walk it back, and sort of Beatin was there, sort of shoveling up shit like he does. That's his job.
Yep.
Clear the floor.
Exactly. She's hoping someone will go real life. She's twisted like that. Well, it's kind of like the time Aileen went to Dolly's house, and then she had to kind of try to walk that back, pretend she didn't know what was going on. I'm telling y'all, you're going too far. You'll talk about it, and then when people are like, that ain't cool, then you're like, I didn't like it. I'm against it. I don't think it's cool. They didn't
I
have to do
don't
that.
know how anyone can see that as anything other than direct antagonism. He said what he said, and your immediate reaction was to use a video you'd previously been sent of someone driving past the house and saying, don't, you said explicitly, don't make any threats, and gave evidence that there are people that you know who are close enough by to literally drive outside the house. What did you think you were doing?
Lindsay, I'm going to give you a mod stick real quick. Can you drop their link? Because I actually want to see that of the bee walking it back. Or, yeah. Hold on. You okay with the wrench, Lindsay, for a minute? Nigel is a regular moderator. Can you drop that link? Because I can't find them. Hey, Reese. Yes, yeah, I've been reading it, and I'm going. Once I get more through it, I am going to go over the book. Thank you, Linz. Granny watching also blamed Brittany for someone driving by saying, "This is what Brittany does to what." This is crazy, and I am no fan of Brittany. But I'm done making that disclaimer. How does she do this to people? How? Yeah, play nice. Where'd it go? Where's play nice? QB knew she was making outright threats. Crazy to do. Yes. I don't understand. Look, YouTube, they don't ever catch on until it's too late. Amanda says BJ is responsible for her children and chooses to stay going live. I'm sorry, but my children come before making money online.
I don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that at all.
But at the same token, okay, here it is. Let me pull this up.
Nobody forced Queen Bee to say or do what she did. At the same token, she could step back as well.
Yeah, they all could, because it's going to be a bad day. Let me make sure this don't have music. No, it doesn't. It's on Rumble. Just her. You'll always be my broken. You'll always be my broken. God, I hate that song.
Your little stupid threat you made.
Good, they covered it up.
Isn't going to get you very far. There's somebody not too far off from your house. So keep making those fucking threats.
So that was September 1st. Let's hear what happened last night.
Well, hello, lovely lady.
God, not that lady.
Hello, give me 1 second. I got to pull something up.
Okay, let's go to September 2nd.
I just got a call that said BJ called the police, called my police department. What are you calling my police department for, bitch? Do I need to call your police department?
What?
I guess the fuck I do.
What the? What? What are you, a child? So she called her police department. So you're going to call hers for what?
Man, I feel bad for the police departments. They're like hearing about all these fucking YouTubers just calling them up for no fucking reason. Yeah, police? Yes, what's the emergency? There's this YouTuber named
Shut
Queen
up.
Bee. She's making commentary about me.
Well, no,
on
I'm
a
going to
YouTube
call
channel.
and tell him my fucking full first and last name and tell him exactly what's
She
going on.
said
Well,
there's
you know,
someone
I'm
close
just
to your house.
There's someone close to your house.
Keep making threats. What's your interpretation of those two phrases put together?
Let's get real for just a minute. Pretend it's not Brittany, because I know everybody hates her. She's Satan and the demons. She's all bad, right? Well, okay. Forget it's her for a minute. B, what if somebody did that to you? Huh? What if somebody said there's somebody driving by your house? Oh my God. Let's finish to see what this says.
There's a woman who's, possibly abusing drugs. I don't know for sure or not, but what I'm going to say this is on a live stream, she continues to fall asleep. Her boyfriend continues to come on here drunk under the influence and make threats to other YouTube creators.
So, Pearl, did you hear that? Pearl.
Yes. Yeah.
we don't really know what direction to go in because it's on YouTube and it's
So we
across
thought we'd
state
make
lines.
threats.
So other
Right. Well, so we thought we'd make threats, and tit for tat, she called her police department, so I'm going to call mine. Or she called mine, I'm going to call hers and speculate that they're under the influence. Sounds like a great idea. Y'all are weird.
making police reports with you guys, that's all we can really do. But when she's calling and making police reports with my police department over something her husband said, and I'm telling her to fucking be careful because there's people who don't live too far the fuck away from you.
As they're driving by. You didn't just. This is embarrassing.
That's a problem. That's a major fucking problem. And I'm tired of you bitches playing with my motherfucking police department. I'm tired of that. So I guess I need to start playing with you motherfuckers' police departments, right? I need to start calling every day and making reports on you bitches for, you know.
That's embarrassing, Pearl. That was another stupid threat. I guess I need to do the same thing to y'all. Oh my God. How else? And I've heard from people that cannot stand Brittany say the same thing, okay? Because hate can put blinders on you. We all
It really
understand
can.
that. Yeah.
Hate makes you stupid.
Hate
Absolutely.
makes you stupid. Even people that don't like her was like, how else would you take this? Y'all have gone way too far. I'm telling you, if y'all don't back off, something bad's going to happen. Exactly, Zero Jules. That QB, you made a veiled threat for intimidation. Stop that. What would you do if someone was driving past any of their houses? God, photograph. Oh my God. Look, I can't tell you what I would do. I'm too crazy for this. I'm too crazy. I'm not just saying that to be funny. Ask Pearl. I'm the type that if you did that to me, don't.
I wouldn't push soup.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. I don't have any fear of anything when I should. Even in my 40s when I should have, like, this has always been a worry of my mom's. You know, you just don't have any fear of nothing. A healthy amount of fear is good. And I understand that. And I should have more fear of things, but I don't. Well, I do of heights and other things, but like people, I don't. I'd fight a bear and not thinking I'm some badass because I'm not. I'm just.
It's like my kids say, yeah, Mum would definitely fight a goose. Sense doesn't come into it. There would be a moment when
Right.
sense it wasn't there. Something happened. And I mean, I'm one of those people, like there are situations where some people would be, I'm not going to speak up because this is not a safe situation. I'm afraid I've never been that person. I'm not in the same situations now because obviously disability changes your life pretty much. But in the past, now there would never have been a moment where thinking about safety would have stopped me saying something that I've got to say. And I mean on the streets, I don't mean online.
Right. That's a good idea, community Tiz. I would contact my neighbor to get their camera. In my neighborhood, there is we have a little community watch. Plus, I live in Tennessee. If that tells you anything, that's a stand your ground state. But even with stand your ground laws, you got to know your laws. Even if you have the right to carry, which besides your right to carry, you do need a license. There are certain laws. Damn near someone has to be in your house before you can even use it. So you got to keep that in mind. Be
Golden
smart.
Source's comment. This is something that I wanted to directly ask you.
Who?
She says, I don't understand why Craig's comment was taken so seriously. It's pretty standard for Americans to say something like, if you come to my house, insert something about having a firearm. Now that was my personal interpretation of it.
Right.
That I didn't think that he'd said something that was that out of bounds.
I didn't take it that way either. I mean, if you thought somebody was coming to your house and you heard this online, you're going to say what he said. Love him, hate him. It's pretend it's not BJ and Craig, because I see a lot of people struggle when it's them. So just pretend for a minute any other YouTuber. And that
And I'd
was
say
it.
that for all of it. I would say that for all of it. Take the personalities out of this completely. If you can just for a moment grab that mindset and think of it as a random person says, if you come for me or mine or into my house, you need to know I'm armed. What do you think is going to happen? That sort of general expression. And then in reply, somebody shows film of someone driving past the house and says, you need to stop making threats because there's someone close by. Now, if these personalities weren't involved, what would your response be?
Good question. Right. Morning, merry-go-round. Peg Marmalade Clue has said the same shit. And yes, let's remember that. And
Trevor Lee. I know she got him mixed up with somebody else, but Trevor Lee, one of the sweetest young men I've ever had the pleasure to speak to. And Clue is there waving a gun about.
yes. Tell you what I've never done. I've never came on here and waved anything. I've never made any threats, veiled or otherwise. I don't need to. I will tell you one thing. You mess with me, just pray. That's all. That's all I say. Just pray. Don't do it. That's it. But yes, what he said was actually common, especially here in America. Papa Cap. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. What he said was not shocking to me. A lot of people were clutching, oh my God. And they're really not clutching their pearls. They're pretending to clutch them because they all know when they log off this thing right here and the performance is done, because most of them are just on here performing, that what was said is wrong. What was done is wrong. And if it were to happen to them, it'd be a problem. That's all. I mean, come on. My main point, because I know it's been covered yesterday, my main point is I don't see this ending well. And I've said it before. I could say for both sides, somebody's going to have to stop. Somebody is going to have to put their pride aside.
Exactly. Somebody's going to have to step back. Otherwise, this is going to end badly. I would prefer that all sides step back, but I don't see that happening. Lindsay, your point when you say you don't want to see anyone's home and somebody has posted a photo of B's home and they should take it down. I agree. Absolutely.
Yep.
I don't like the woman. I've got nothing for her. But I agree. She has the same rights to not feel that sort of sense of intimidation of having somebody post that on her wall. And I would also say to her, this whole situation with Sinner, it's you and him. Why are you putting his family? Why is his family still on your community wall?
Yeah. This
You're all
sector,
playing games and nobody
yeah,
wants consequences.
but there will be consequences inevitably. This sector is y'all have gotten completely weird. You've lost the plot, and I'm just here to recap and give my thoughts on it. That's all. I ain't playing with any of y'all weirdos. I find y'all very strange, and I think I'm not talking to y'all in my chat, by the way, because most of us here see things pretty much the same on this situation.
I'm afraid that I agree with Lacey. They're not going to stop because the money's too good. And I think that's part of the anger. I said this in Jonesins.
Yep.
I've come to believe that actually they feel trapped. They all feel trapped now. They're caught in this cycle. The money is too good. And the people who were covering VJ didn't actually feel this angry about her in the beginning. I feel that some of their anger is they regret and they are annoyed by how trapped they are in covering her. They find her boring. They have to find something to be outraged by. They wish they could do something else interesting, but the money is too good.
They
hate their job, but unfortunately they signed up for it. And now they don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm. They don't know what else to cover. Hey, unsupervised, I ain't seen you in a while. The reason this is so dangerous is money. Some of those people can't make the kind of money they do here. They will protect it. And hey, y'all, yes, they will. And that's what they're doing. They're protecting their coverage. The coverage is the BNN, the Brittany News Nation Network, all day, every day. And now this is where we've gotten the people driving by our house. And you got this. This makes me nervous because there are people, not just on YouTube in the world, but now on YouTube that want to please what they think are content creators. They're just YouTubers. They don't even create content. They want to please them so bad. And they want to be accepted so damn bad. They'll do anything. Look at me. Look, I'm going to drive by Brittany's house and record it and send it to you just to be accepted.
Look, I've seen somebody today who was previously being urban ghetto girl, suddenly is country girl, yeehaw. And it's just like, you are a whole joke.
You are. You change with the wind, whoever you're around. And people like that can be dangerous because they're, I don't know. It's like they just can't be happy with who they are, and they need to be accepted by the masses. And that's dangerous, y'all. Please stop worshiping YouTubers. Good morning, teeny bigs. Ass pats, that too. Stop worshiping YouTubers. These are just people with a Google account, a Restream, a StreamYard, a Streamlab, OBS, whatever, and firing up a live.
Look how their numbers crash if they do actually cover true crime. Unfortunately, they've created a monster. They've created an atmosphere in their chats where people go to be outraged and disgusted and be their worst selves online. And if you can't supply that emotional outlet for them, they don't want it. They don't want to hear about your true crime. They want to come on and go, rah.
Yeah. They need, yes, Pearl. They like that one, Regina. Let me tell you what Craig said could get him 186 days in jail. They love to come up on a panel and perform. So and so said this. Oh, here comes the outraged crew. You know, I am offended, and let me tell you, my family member has that too, and blah 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 blah. Y'all have got to pay attention. Clue made over 10,000 the month of August. That's, you see, it ain't the love of money, or it's the love of money that's the root. Okay,
Yes,
it's not money; it's the love of, and that right there is what's got all of them hemmed up. Listen, rich bitch, you better be storing that stuff somewhere because the path you're going down, you're going to need it. Yep. Yeah, she calls.
I find it amazing that people are out here giving money to someone who constantly rubs in your face that she doesn't need money. Is this some sort of slight dominatrix thing? Is it like, do you like being financially abused when she says, you know, I'm a rich bitch, and if I drop my phone in the pool, I can just go out and buy 9 more, you know, and you were all scum, and you go, oh, here's $1.99, Clue. I love you.
Just to put a hashtag FUBJ, you bunch of simpleton lames. Y'all ain't got a sense of humor. Hashtag FUBJ. Hashtag FUBJ. God, what a bunch of lames and goofies. I
Just
find y'all
think
very.
what she could do with all that membership support and super chats and things if, you know, as a rich bitch, which you claim to be and state so obviously, why not turn everything off and just think of the amount of money you could fundraise for all the great charitable groups that you can give directly to on YouTube? That would be amazing.
It would. And she's got enough subscribers she can do that now.
Yeah.
I could do it, and I need to do it, and I know which one I'm going to do it for when I get time to do it. Yeah, she calls her subscribers fans. Fans.
Freaky ass neighbors.
Yeah. Fanatics. Some of them act like some fanatics because I'm going to tell y'all, I've seen them with names like I support Clue and Cletus. Are you okay? Oh, and Lacey just said that. Yeah, I got it. Cringes my soul. Me and Pearl and some of y'all, we've seen it with other YouTubers. Like back in the day, they two of them against some other people, and they did the same thing. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. Don't ever change your name to I support the soup. Please don't. Just be normal, and that's how you support me. Being normal. That's it. Fans. They could, play nice. But anyway, moving right along. So Joneson went live yesterday, and she wanted to kind of skip over the whole nonsense of it all. That's why this might be in a two-part, because thank you, Zero Jules. I'm going probably going to have to do two-part because I want to break down this live of nonsense. But let me tell you my thoughts on this first. After watching her the other night, I believe she may be disturbed. Like, I've joked about, yeah, okay, no. Pearl, when she said that we came after her because her dude was out of town, I knew then something was not good.
I was genuinely shocked by that. I thought, this is wild, because if you don't believe that that's true and you're just saying it, it's such a reach and a disgusting allegation. And if you do believe it, it's even worse because you're a paranoid nut.
Look at Grandma Sherry. I support the soup. Oh, dang, never mind. I love her. She's so funny. Oh no, not her. I think she's one of the worst. Yes. Oh my God, she irritates everybody's soul. Many red flags, but we're going to play just a little bit of it. And I'm going to tell you, I noticed some things in this live. I think Kyle may have been around because she was whispering. I just noticed a lot. Let me speed this up. And even if she takes it down, I have it recorded, so it'll be a two-part either way.
Anybody has a problem with me fucking talking about Narcan? Guess what? I said it again last night, and I'll say it again today. I don't fucking care. If you have a problem with the fact that that is the only thing I could think positive to do in that situation was to encourage every household, not just BJ's, every.
So she's still going on about the Narcan. Nobody had a problem with her talking about
not at
Narcan.
all. No, at all. If I can just quickly say this here, we have heard Six Up putting this message out literally for years about Narcan and how useful it is, how everyone should have one, all this sort of thing, and has given places where you can get it either free or very cheaply in the US. That is not the issue. I don't believe there's a single person who has an issue with you saying that. The issue is that you go on and you dog whistle about CPS and you talk about the way that she's nodding out, and then you do the Narcan thing. There's nothing stopping you from separating that and having a totally separate message about Narcan to everybody, or even privately emailing Brittany J with a link to getting Narcan. But you don't want to do that. You know exactly what you're doing, and it's the fact that people have seen it and have called you out that you're uncomfortable with.
She's
And
uncomfortable.
you can never take any criticism or responsibility. You are a petty outrage machine. You can't help yourself. And immediately you're outraged and you're being attacked and you're just an advocate, and rah, rah. You literally do think you're some sort of Joan of Arc figure.
Yeah, she does. She really, that's how she got the name Saint Nonsense of Arizona. Shout out to Pearl, because she really believes this about herself, that she is here to save the world. And if you say anything about her, then you're the devil, you're against her, and you were never a good person. Shut up.
Every household have Narcan. It's going to be what it is. Have all the fits you want. Throw all the fucking fits you want. But I'm telling you right now, BJ,
very, very openly. You want to keep fucking around? You want to keep saying that I'm putting your family in danger? You want to keep pushing it? You want to keep going that direction? Your head's going to spin, because I don't fuck around like this. All of those little twits that are running around lying and concocting all these stories, saying I exploit my friend's trauma, when said friends reached out to me, asked me to cover their story, asked me to monetize those videos, which I didn't even make anything on, which was, I thought, never the purpose. But it's kind of
What
interesting
the
to
hell
me
is
how
she on
What?
about?
Somebody reached out to her to tell their story. I think I know who she's talking about, but now she's taking it and using it against them, and then talking about monetization, which she didn't
Who
even make anything on.
who has spoken on that? Who has
Nobody
said
that I
that?
know of.
Again, not a single receipt. It's all rumor and implication.
Pearl, it gets worse. You know how we joke about sock puppets talking to some of these people? She gets so out there. I don't have a clue how she got there. It's the leaps that she takes. Y'all, this one was
people
weird.
sought me out. But now I'm the one that has exploited their trauma. What? How the fuck is that? What? Those same people that sit around you, they know I don't fuck around. They know I don't play games.
Girl, I don't give a damn. I don't know who you think you are. You're talking about I don't fuck around. I don't play games. Ma'am, this is YouTube. Stop. You're watching way too many movies.
I get
This
so
is,
sick of this. She does
yeah.
this all the time. She's entitled to an opinion, and her entitlement to an opinion is valid, but everybody else is playing games. The way that you try to diminish other people having an opinion is disgusting. Why can't you meet somebody's opinion as equals and actually examine the opinion that's said, not what you think you heard or what you think is going on, but actual hard fact?
Well, and then she does this thing where people told me, people came to me, people are worried for me. It's not me that's worried. No, bitch, stop pretending that you don't watch. Everybody wave to nonsense. Say, hey, she's here.
Hey, nonsense.
God, I hate this pretend we don't watch each other. We watch each other.
I'd
Maybe they
say
can
I'm
enlighten
sorry
you.
for the Saint nonsense thing, but that would be a lie. I love it. I love it for you.
That I'm probably not the one that you want to fuck with. But that goes to them too. I hear you. I see you. I know.
Who did that? Shit. I support the soup. That's good. I know it's Kraken. Where you at? Kraken. Pearl, they're trolling me already. I shouldn't have said nothing.
And it's not me, because my laptop isn't up to the whole having another tab open, because you know I would be. I would
I
be in
know.
there trolling you. But
I
it's not me.
know.
So it's probably cracking. Maybe
Kraken
stars.
or Eliza or Tanga. It could be stars. Y'all kill me. I love my friends.
Exactly what you've been up to. It's really convenient to me that some of you have been talking shit in DMs
Here we
and text
go.
messages for months.
Now, the DMs again, Pearl. God, this tears her soul up.
I can say, even between Soup and I don't believe we have ever shared a DM where your name has been mentioned. The word nonsense might have been referred to when talking about something else, like, oh, I don't know, Cody Brown. But you, no, sorry.
Girl, you weren't even on our radar until you pulled that stunt you pulled back in March. Girl, come on.
Months.
Tanga.
Now, who's telling the truth? I don't fucking know. No clue.
Stars.
Don't care if I'm being honest. Because all I know is I built this platform. I built this channel.
What?
She built this
I
city
built
on
this
rock and roll.
whole
I'm on Rumble. Are they streaming me? Everybody say hey over to the Rumble crew. Why
Oh,
ain't you
who's streaming us on Rumble?
who's streaming us on Rumble? Now I'm really going to go in because I like when this happens. Soup, you have fans for your show. Ooh, fans show. Everybody say hi to probably the B over on Rumble. B, what are you doing? Now, you know damn good and well you'd be snotting, crying, hollering if I was streaming you. Mm-hmm. But you know what? We ain't the same. Go ahead and play me, girl.
Entire little nonsense alongside the people that I still stand by today. These people came in, thought they could control me. These people are pissed off because I chose somebody else over them because the lies, the fucking straight up lies.
What?
That was it. That was all.
So she chose someone else over them. That's what it was, y'all. This is how much she thinks of herself. She really puts herself in high regard.
But now
People
these
feel
people are
so
over there gassing
rejected
her.
that they've got together, wrapped on their tinfoil hats, and decided to destroy you. You don't sound at all paranoid.
No, not at all. Not at all, you paranoid weirdo.
Her up. Gassing her up. Oh,
Gassing her up.
you want to know who's doing more damage to your family? Them gassing you up to believe that the problem is not within your home is much more concerning than me stating publicly laws.
Publicly
It always will be.
laws.
Me stating publicly that it is by legal definition neglect is because I did my research.
She did her research, everybody. Saying nonsense of Arizona. She's out here changing laws and doing her research. She's also got Narcan.
I've got a question for her. If she's saying that no one should be going real life, and if she's not trying to reach out personally, what is it? What is your end game here? What is it you actually think that you're doing? Where do you think the end is going to be for all this? What is your goal, and how do you think that you're actually getting there?
I think, and I've thought this for a while, Pearl, she is a girl who is desperately seeking acceptance. And she looks up to people like the Bee and Clue, Jay, Granny's watching. She doesn't, to me, she is a pick me. That's getting used a lot, even too much for my comfort. But I see her as a pick me. If you notice, when certain YouTubers are in her chat, those are the only ones that she'll focus on. I think that's her end goal. I don't think she ever had a reason to go at BJ. Really, honestly. I think she wants to be accepted so bad. But she wants to pretend that she's out here leading the charge. I just don't see her like that. I see her as someone who's kind of sad. She's kind of the sad girl. Accept me, please. She even said that one of the cows is, I think that Clue loves one of the cows, was going on about that the other night.
Because, I've said repeatedly that you put mandated reporters. In fact, you got a hold of, I think it was Clue's Discord messages. And even though the person didn't say that they were a mandated reporter, I think they mentioned something to that. And you went on your panel, BJ, and said that that person should have their license or certificates removed. What, because they're stating the obvious?
Okay, I'm going
They're
to
stating
move
the obvious
around
that
off the
discussions
BJ.
about
I get
narc
so sick of the BJ shit. So I'm going to move around a little bit.
and suicide, all of these topics. If that makes me some self-importance, you would hate to understand what I really do in my real life, because I'm also not a piece of shit in my real life. And I actually show up and stand up in my real life too. Isn't that kind of funny? Because some of you are such failures in your real life that it's really, really intimidating to you.
I wanted you to hear that part, Pearl. And she goes on like this for a while.
You've got no idea.
No, she doesn't.
You really do think you're the only person who's done anything in your life. Everybody else is a failure. Oh, well, good for you. I'm going to really take that to heart.
Yeah. Well, girl, I don't even think you do that much in real life. I really don't, because you're just on here way too much. But she needs you all to know how important she is. Also, we got 167 in here. If you haven't already, hit the like. Also, if you're over here from Rumble and the Bee is streaming me, go ahead and hit that like. It ain't going to kill you.
See that someone walks the walk and talks the talk? That's what you think, not a me thing.
Bee, hit that like. Smash it.
I don't compromise my tolerance of racism just because somebody might make me laugh. Unlike you nonsense. Also so willing to make excuses for people again, and it couldn't be me. But you are
Could not.
this idea that you think you're the only person who sticks to their beliefs on the basis of very little evidence. A few small YouTubers in a very small sector have given you some pushback, and your whole facade is falling down, and you just can't
Yes.
cope with it. If you had a whole section about you on Reddit and people attacking you all the time on Twitter, you would fold. You
She
wouldn't
would.
handle it.
I don't think she's ever had people do this or give her a little bit of pushback. Pearl, she really couldn't handle something like that. She would fold like a lawn chair. She'd be gone. I mean, and we're not even being mean about it. I mean, we could, but we're not.
Maybe that's why you're going on 50 and still hang out with 20-year-olds.
Who the hell?
I don't have much self-importance. I don't think I'm important at all. Shouldn't be to any of you, right? That's why after 2 years of taking somebody's wrench, they're still so obsessed that they can't even see straight.
I
You know
hear
what's fun?
obsession, but it's definitely coming from inside the house.
Yeah. The call is from inside the house, hon. You keep going on about this wrench you took, and I think you're talking about Buford's, and I really don't think she ever gave a damn.
Is the fact that I'm not even talking about the ones that really want attention, and I can control their every move.
Oh, we're
That's what's
getting
fun.
into the Linny territory now. The
Oh, it
handlers,
got
the
into Lenny
manipulators,
territory.
the string pullers. Who the hell do you think you are that there's people out here conspiring against you and handling other people to make sure that they fall in line, and all of this is organized pushback? No, people are criticizing your behavior. That's it. And yet you're crumbling and going into this. Seriously, you sound so paranoid. I'm beginning to become concerned.
Well, that's why I said what I said yesterday. I think she may be a little disturbed, and I don't say that to be funny. So I will be careful. You don't want to pick on someone you think might actually be. Yeah, I'm going to be careful here, but you're still going to get it. Yeah. But we definitely stepped into Lenny territory a while back. I did not know so many people on here wore tinfoil hats. There's a lot of them. Nonsense right up there at the top.
Chantel, that's a figment of our imagination. We didn't hear that. Just, god dang, this lighter is gone. Oh shit, it is. It really is gone. Hold on, let me see.
It ain't the only thing that's gone.
Oh, don't make me go find a new one. Hey, Robin.
You got a couple of
Cat, it
things
is.
gone, man.
It is. And it's funny to me, so
There's
she
Buford's.
screams and hollers.
Buford says, I was hardly ever in that weirdo's chat because I was embarrassed she went over the edge. Fuck you and your dumb wrench nonsense.
Screams and hollers to, she wants us all to stop. But yet, she continues to poke and poke and poke. And if she, again, BJ's typical move and maneuver is that.
Oh, God, I don't give a damn.
That's not. What is?
Is she still messing with that damn
Hold
lighter?
on, I gotta get a lighter.
Yes,
It's going to suddenly
Hey, what I can't-
miraculously start working again, woman. What are you doing?
it's been 20 minutes. Go get another lighter. Hell far. It ain't gonna light.
That's you.
Amanda.
Any of you think otherwise, you got it fucking twisted. But I will not let the people I care about get drug into being said that we exploited or I exploited. Well, then by proxy, it would be everybody I sit with, right? Because they're the ones that showed up and wrote letters.
Somebody showed up and wrote letters. She's digging for a
That
lighter.
will never be weaponized as a bad deed.
Do you know what? I wish that I could grab the words weaponized, narcissist.
Yep. Oh, God. Narcissist up at the top. But we ain't had to hear that in a while. but we hear weaponized way too much, and hate bonding. Oh my God. Even though I was using it correctly the other day, I didn't want to use it. I didn't want to use it. I hate it. Selective outrage. I hate that now. These people, it's like they find words they've never heard before. They hear them once and they're like, they're running with it. And they'll just keep using it and keep using it. It drives me insane.
What did you say, Revival?
Oh, there's a revival.
Oh, yeah, I am blatantly talking about Amethyst. 100%. I removed
Blatantly talking about Amethyst.
the hoodies and a crowbar videos.
So she watched that videos Hoodies did, which was a good video. You got it for a minute, Pearl, while I use the ladies' room?
I have got it. And you're going to let it play for a bit?
Yeah.
Not because, not because I, anything, she doesn't want anything to be attached. I respect that. And I will not let people that showed up and put time and energy into helping her be caught in the crossfire because she's mad at me. That's not going to happen. So I removed all of her videos, and I will, just so you guys are aware too. Don't be shocked if I remove more. And the reason is, again, it's not because I'm not proud of what we did. I'm absolutely incredibly proud of the people that showed up and stood up. But considering what is currently being stated, currently being said, currently being used, I'm not playing games. I was sought out, asked to help. I did. And this is where it is today. I do not regret it. I learned a lot through that experience. I'm still learning a lot through experiences like that. I'm incredibly grateful that I got to learn what I did through that. However, it will never be used against me when I did everything in my power that I could over and beyond. Revival. Hold on. Oh, Alabama Mama. Okay. Well, just explain for those in the back why she's not here any longer. You're going to lose me right back. You might lose me for a minute because I'm going through. So I got to go to the
Girl,
garage.
you lost me for more than a minute quite a while back.
Oh, I'm telling you, this one was hard to listen to. She's a little all over the place. That lighter got her, it got her a little bent out of shape. She's got to light that Marlboro Light 1000 at all cost. Ernie Shell voice. But she's going to get into Amethyst. Amethyst. She is, Remy.
Yes, I can hear her digging through a drawer and digging through her purse. And all I can imagine is, I assume that your spare lighter is next to the Narcan.
Yeah. I keep it on hand. It's right beside me. 20 minutes later, I can't find it.
Boys would have lighters available.
Oh my God. I'm done with the light.
Some bullshit had kicked off. Now, this is what I know.
Good
Mind
morning,
you,
Gigi.
There's a lot that obviously I don't know.
There's so much you don't know.
I clicked the link on Clue's panel.
Yeah, there's so much we don't know. So Nonsense and her paranoia is going to fill in the blanks.
When Chris Proudfoot was on panel, it pissed people off. It absolutely pissed people off. Because not only did I click a link on the panel, but then afterwards, when I started getting fucking trashed by my own people, because how dare I click a link on Clue's, had nothing to do with Clue. Absolutely nothing to do with Clue. And how I was demanded to explain myself, or like,
You keep saying this demand. I'd like to take that word for it too. I don't know anybody who's demanded this weirdo to give an explanation for anything. Look,
People just wonder where your consistency is. You made such a big point of leaping up on a panel to confront Clue and sort of state how disgusted you were by racism. And then the next thing is, you're taking a link on her panel and you say it's because you were so concerned about Chris Proudfoot. You could always have spoken to him privately. But no, you wanted a big show. You wanted to go up there. and be his saving grace and
Oh,
speak
yeah.
to him human to human. And if that meant compromising the fact that you just ranted and raved at Clue in order to get more attention to yourself, you were quite willing to do that. And the fact that people spotted that and called it out upset you because really you just wanted more plaudits than that. And
It's
unfortunately, they
always
didn't
about that.
arrive.
It's always about that for her. She loves to put on a show. I see right through her. So for me, everything she does is very cringy. But she loves to put on a show. Again, nobody demanded you keep saying that and you throw it around very loosely. Where? Show me where, but you never do show receipts. Someone said, "Nonsense. I demand to know why you went on that panel." Nobody.
That I did something wrong by clicking a link on Clues to potentially attempt to help support Chris when he was freaking out, rightfully so, was beyond me. And I basically did what nonsense does and said, yeah, I had enough going on.
She basically does what nonsense does.
Speaking about herself in the third person, I
Third
basically
person.
did what super nonsense does.
That's concerning. She talked about herself the other day in plural. Talking to myself. This is when I'm starting to think, we may have a problem. I'm not sure yet.
I wasn't about to attempt to explain myself to anybody. I am 42 years fucking old. And there ain't no fucking person, whether I've let them in my house or not, that is going to make me justify my actions.
Thank you, Linda D, for the $5 super sticker. Hippo characters apply. Oh, I see you use the hippo. Thank you. Let me play you something real quick. And since we know we got some people watching, let's do this one. Uh-huh.
Delicious homemade hot soup with a southern twist. It's the queen bee's favorite. Why not find out for yourself what all that buzz is really about?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Especially fucking random strangers on the internet. So that kind of kicked it off.
That kicked it off.
Then I stated publicly that I respected Clue
Well,
for saying or offering me a link. I respected.
Girl, anybody can offer you a link. Calm down. You don't owe her a present or a postcard because she offered you. So I said I respected Clue because he offered me a link. She didn't have to do that. Girl, stop.
She offered you a link because your outrage or your acceptance, neither of them matter to her. And you can't even see that. Your outrage at her previously did not stop her offering you a link because your comments were meaningless to her. Equally, your praise of her doesn't really mean anything to her. It's useful, but that's the extent of it.
That's a fact. I'm going to tell y'all, if there is one person in this sector that really doesn't care what anybody has to say about her, whether they like her or hate her, is Clue. She really does. She laughs at you all. You all that changed your name to I support Clue and Cletus, I promise they make fun of you. And nonsense, you get made fun of a lot. Did you name one of them cows Clue? I got questions.
Clue for even offering me that link. As soon as I said the words respected Clue, hell broke fucking loose.
It did. I don't remember.
Absolute fucking hell broke loose. And I was like, what the fuck? But this was on the heels of a yep situation
Oh,
that I had
God,
nothing to do with. I still have nothing to do with that situation.
Yep.
It involved people I cared about. It got twisted into identity.
It involved cash for you. Cash. And we're about to get into that again, y'all. She's going to tell this lie again, but it's your lie. You tell it how you want to. I'm going to embarrass you every time, though.
Demanded victims' information never happened. That whole thing snowballed. Come to find out, there was people that knew who she was all along.
I haven't heard anyone suggest that you were demanding victims' information. People were angry that you expected victims to behave a certain way on your timescale, and that you only seemed to express any sympathy for cash, which is understandable. He's your personal friend. But you were so willing to victim shame all the other people that somehow you thought should, in the midst of finding all this out and being emotionally traumatized as well as financially exploited, should have behaved in a way that you thought was appropriate. And in fact, I don't even believe that. I think you just wanted to go live and be outraged.
That's all she wanted to do. That's it. Pearl, she treated the others like they had done something wrong. That's what pissed people off. Hoodie says, I have no problem dropping the conversation from April 15th through the 20th. Would you do the same nonsense? I don't know what that conversation is, but I promise you I know this much about Saint Nonsense. No, she wouldn't do the same. Hey, Tiny, she would not do the same. I have asked her for receipts on 2 things, never seen or heard tell of them again. Hey, Cash, dog sitting, so just listening.
People were gaslit. It was a whole fucking situation. It had nothing to do with me. But yes, I did talk about it publicly. And then the fucking snowball bullshit cover-ups pissed me the fuck off because I
Cover-ups. God, get that tinfoil hat off your
Oh,
head.
Lord.
God. Oh, Lord.
have friends that were hurt. So that all kind of happened around the same time, on top of me clicking a link at Clues. So I should have justified myself, right? I should have.
No, do not justify yourself. Girl, we see clearly what you're good with. You talk a good game, right? But you can't walk it. And like I said the other day, talking's a whole lot easier than walking, right? So a lot of us see where a lot of y'all stand and that you're quite comfortable with Clue. Please do not explain anything. I don't think anybody would be listening at this point. Honestly.
Power to them. And then, because there's this sloppy ass bitch that, again.
Now, I'm the sloppy ass bitch. She is so scared, so weak, she can't say the soup. So instead of making rhymes like the bee, poopy soupy, Blues Clues.
No, she doesn't even want to do that, you see, because she's so controlling. She doesn't want to give anybody a hint of where they might find an alternative narrative. God forbid.
God forbid. Yeah, so let me say this sloppy ass bitch and then add all this shit to it. You're not slick, Nonsense.
Why are you so scared? Why are you so scared of the idea that somebody could listen to what you say and then listen to what Soup says and then make their own decision about what they've heard? Why does that scare you?
Yeah. When I talk about whoever I'm talking about or reviewing or talking about, damn, I put a name on it. I've even tagged them before. Why not? Why do all this skirting around the bush? Say a name. It's easy.
I don't give a fuck that she reviews me. I don't know anything about her. She is like seeking people that claim they were my ex-friends. Some of these people I've never even spoke to.
You're a fucking nut. You really are.
Yeah, we do speak to people who are your ex-friends. And do you know what we speak about? Kendrick Lamar, rap beef, the Idaho 4, what went down with the whole sort of Delphi case. I'm afraid your idea that we sit round and talk about you is something that perhaps you need to speak, is between you and your therapist.
Yes.
I don't know.
When you see these people, you see them in my chat. Now, I am not seeking them out. They are not seeking me out. You paranoid weirdo.
Or if I did speak to them, it was like 3 or 4 times. It's really fucking
okay, here's where this is what she does, Pearl. Here's where she goes to separating herself from these people, the theys, those, and thems. I only spoke to them 3 or 4 times. I don't know them. You sure about that? Why are you so tense? Why are you so uptight about it then?
It's like really worrisome that this person is like, oh, I really want to talk to you.
What?
Why, you think? I mean, I don't give a fuck. It's just fucking weird. But she was hosting.
See how she skirts around that real quick? It's really worrisome that me, the soup, is seeking out these people. Oh, do you want to talk?
She's trying to
Where?
imply that you're some sort of stalker as well. No.
Get
No, no,
back
no.
on topic. Nonsense. Finish your
Everything
thought.
everything that is being discussed is things that you do and discuss online, and it's just a small part of the bigger example of what you yourself are involved in. Again, it's a case of, boy, you can dish it out, but God forbid anybody examine a little bit of what you do and you fall apart.
She literally does. Most of them do. Either they go to, now I must dox her. They're so fucking weak. I've seen some of them go to, anybody got their information?
Can you imagine the breakdown this woman would have had if she'd have been through what we've been through, with
No.
like people putting out all the stuff from the Discord and making show after show about it and trying to sort of break us down with that, which we did, and we never denied any of it, and we just carried on. Or the
Yeah.
whole sort of part of an international child grooming network BS. They're in a Discord with children. I've never been in a Discord with a child. I never went to that channel. I never even listened to the woman. I stood up for a friend. If
We
you'd
stood
had
up
that
for a
sort of
friend. Yep.
pushback nonsense, you'd have fallen apart.
You really would have. You couldn't have handled nothing, half of what we've been through. You get a little pushback and it's the end of the damn world, and all your conspiracies are drummed up.
Fucking live chats, conversations, and it was being stated in her comment section by other people, Six Up Media, TPE, other people, that stop exploiting my child, meaning Mackenzie, my 23.
Yep. Here we go
Please
again.
go and see Tragedy Pimps Exposed video about this, where you will see that in fact what she's about to say is a blatant lie for which she has no receipts, no screenshots, no names. What was said was, and we were actually I was on the panel where this happened.
Yep.
You started talking about your adult child's mental health. We skipped over it. In the chat, Six have said, as she says in lots of chats, but she usually has the S on it, stop exploiting your kids, because she says it as a blanket statement about all the creators. There was no S on it, and you made it into a whole different thing. Please
Yep,
go
we
and
sure
see Tragedy
did.
Pimps Exposed video, where she shows it literally second by second and explains exactly what went down. And you'll hear the fact that we tried to skip over as much of her talking about her adult child as was possible to do. Because as somebody who's been in those exact same mental health situations, I don't believe it's for anybody else to share. Not even a parent, not even a child, if it's about a parent. Mental health situations are very private, and I don't believe other people should talk about them.
Nope, sure don't. And we skipped over it. And does that piss her off that we did skip over it and she didn't get to be a real victim? So what she's
Maybe
doing,
that was it. Maybe that
yeah,
was it. But
because that's what
the
I'm picking up.
allegations that she's making about Six are incorrect, and that's why she can't show you a screenshot of it.
You'll
And
never
she
see
can't
one.
go over the video of it. But Tragedy Pimps Exposed does it all, and now Tragedy Pimps Exposed is catching it in the neck for actually showing the truth.
It really, that video got her blocked. No, actually, TP asking a question first got her blocked. Then she made the video where it just shows the facts of what happened. But this is not enough for nonsense. She needs to be a victim. I have victim fatigue, y'all. I do.
Yeah, unsupervised maniacs. Yes, it was proved false, but unfortunately, no matter how many facts you bring out and how much you show that this narrative is incorrect, the same situation with the Hill's daughter bullshit, they will just carry on and carry on and carry on. They're not interested in truth, they're interested in the narrative.
That's it. They just love, people love to hear a lie and it be, spiced up and dramified than just the plain basic truth. People, I think they really need to get some type of help because they do not like the truth. They need it to be bigger than what it is. And I
again,
do.
the other thing that she does is that she'll say that Tragedy Pimps Exposed or somebody else is talking about her, but she won't drop the link to what she's referring to and allow people to see both sides and make up their own mind. Why are you so threatened by people actually examining things instead of just listening to you? This is why we say cult behavior. It's not that you lead a cult
No,
or
not
that
you.
you're in a cult or that it's a cult. We're talking about these are the same techniques used to manipulate groups. Okay? And that could be a political group.
Yep.
It could be social media training for people who are trying to advocate for a certain thing. But the fact is, you manipulate. You want people only to listen to your words and not examine the facts of what you're saying. And I find that irresponsible at best and
Very
deeply creepy at worst.
deeply creepy. Unsupervised Maniac says, "This is insanity. Seriously, why aren't more seeing through her?" I don't know, but I think in time they will, because there's a lot of people in my chat. They have the same sentiments. It's always
A lot of them are enjoying their anger dressed up as integrity.
Mhm. But a lot of people say to me, "Man, she's changed. She's different." I don't think so. I think she just showed you for a time what she thought you wanted to see. And then when the mask fell, which it always does, it's got to be everybody else's fault, right? That's the easy way to do this. Like Pearl said, instead of pulling up what we say or what TP's video was, examining it, rebuttaling it, just going over it, she would rather give you all of these crazy ideas that she has thought up in her crazy head, bring it to her subscribers, and hope that they believe it. And unfortunately, most of the time they do. That's right. Say it again, Pearl.
3-year-old daughter. They were claiming that I exploited to cash for money and financial gain. They tried to imply
That was never said.
Show me
God.
the receipt. Please get the screenshot. Show the name. Even if you want to black out what was said, give an indication of where people can find it so they can see this atrocious behavior for themselves.
Any day now, like any day. Okay? Pull it up. Let me rewind this a little bit, you nut ass bitch.
stop exploiting my child, meaning Mackenzie, my 23-year-old daughter. They were claiming that I exploited to cash for money and financial gain. They tried to imply numerous times that the relationship between Cash and Mackenzie was nefarious of sort or something.
Many times.
Again, none
Can
of their
you see
fucking
that she's changed it though? Because previously she'd said in the Jerks chat, and these comments weren't removed. And then I did a video and I showed that the Jerks weren't live any of the months during all this going on. It was like, excuse me, where did these comments happen in the Jerks chat when the Jerks weren't live during those months? Please do show me. And now she stopped saying that because she's embarrassed because she was called
She's
out.
embarrassed.
And the receipts were shown. So now it's going to be in these chats.
In these chats. This is why she will not say a name, a channel. It's these, theys, thems. You understand why it's safe. She says it purposely to keep it safe so nobody knows where to go look. None of this was said. This is why I'm starting to think either you're really a dangerous person or you're deeply disturbed or both. There's something seriously
I would love you. I would love it nonsense for you to make a video, just like I made a video with receipts. Make your video with the receipts. I would welcome that. I mean, it's not going to happen because you've got no receipts, but I would love you to try.
It ain't never going to happen, Pearl. She is not going to show a video.
Can I say again? The whole sentence that Sixup put in Soup's chat while we were discussing this and skipping over her talking about her adult child's mental health situation, Sixup wrote in the chat, "Stop exploiting your kid." Now, usually what Sixup writes, and you can find it in loads of places that she's been, "Stop exploiting your kids." there's an S on the end, and she does it as a blanket statement about all these creators who keep bringing their kids into online conversations. And she said that whether you are Purple Phoenix,
All right.
Tony, Rose Ray, all these people, Ziggy. And she said it in reference to you, Nonsense, as part of the greater group of people who bring their kids into conversation. And that is all. And you took that, you've made that sentence into a whole fleet of allegations where 6 of us said terrible things about you exploiting your child, access to your child for money and all. Not a single receipt.
It was never said. As desperate as you are for it to be a thing, it will never be a thing. And I think it really does piss her off, Pearl. She
And if
wanted
you
to
turned
be
up
a
with a
victim.
receipt, can I just say that if you turn up with a receipt where something like that has been said in a chat where I was, I will happily say to you, I am sorry, and it was wrong that that was said, and I regret that I was in a place where that was said, and there's no reason for people to say that. But Six Up's comment at the moment when you're talking about your adult child's mental health, I stand by. I got no problem with it, and I think what she said was right.
Yeah. It gets old, man. Some of these people, they cannot fight the fight. So what they do is reach for their children. We see it too many times.
And the term access to my child is creepy. I'm sorry.
It's weird.
In a sector that talks perpetually about child exploitation, I would not use that phrase because people fill in the blanks.
Nonsense. You're the one that kept screaming and hollering it. And it was made clear that no one thought that you gave Mackenzie access or Cash access, but you kept screaming it. The point was when you keep hollering something like that, yeah, people are going to say that sounds weird, girl, but no one believed you were doing it. But that's not good enough
No.
for you. No.
You'd reacted like this and you created this storyline because you didn't like the fact that there was pushback about the way that you were victim blaming the other people who are exploited by Yep. No one, and I have said this out loud and I'll say it again for those the hard of understanding out there. No one had a problem with Cash speaking out about his personal experience being financially exploited by Yep. He had every right to do it,
Yeah,
and
you
no
did.
one had an issue with it. What people had an issue with was your misplaced anger towards all the other victims of Yep, and your sort of your steadfast belief that somehow people knew exactly who she was and what she was doing, and they did nothing about it, and they should have done more. Most people don't want to come out until they've got absolute rock solid facts, and I don't believe that Jonesin had rock solid facts. If she'd have come out and said something, and then it turned out that actually Yep had lung removed and was terminally ill, and some people had given her money and they'd been misunderstood, or any, can you imagine the slaughter that would have gone down? Jonesin would have been all the scum under the on the face of the earth. And
Oh, yeah.
because she knew that and she was careful and she wasn't ready to step out and make other people step out until everything was in line, you then start victim blaming everybody else. And when people come in and say, you shouldn't be so harsh towards these other victims, you should have the grace and kindness for them that you have for Cash. It doesn't matter that you don't know them as personal friends. They were in exactly the same situation as Cash, and some of them also were grieving the imminent loss of a friend, and you didn't give them any grace whatsoever. That's what people were angry about. And now you've turned it into this because you didn't like the pushback.
Nope. That's exactly what it is. Top, bottom, Pearl, end up. That Pearl summed it up for everybody perfectly. If there is anybody confused on why Nonsense is doing what she's doing, well, Pearl just broke it down for you in 5 whole minutes. It's easy.
Why can't
This
you
ain't
see
hard.
nonsense that all of these circumstances start with the same thing? The pushback about Clue is because you started off by jumping up on a panel and taking her to task, moral righteousness about what she'd said and done, which I agreed with at that stage. But then when it was convenient, you ignored that and you jumped up on her panel because you got to be the saving grace around Chris Proudfoot, when the right thing to do would have been to drop him and talk to him backstage. Both you and Clue exploited that man's pain in that moment. And I don't regret saying that, and I
No,
stand by it.
I do
And
too.
this is the same situation again. You come in all guns blazing in this situation around Yep, and then when you get pushback, it's drama and you're a victim and things have been said about you. In every single one of these cases, it started off with you and your fake moral outrage getting on a public platform and shooting your mouth off.
Yep.
Every single case.
Every single time you embarrass yourself, and that's why we're here, and that's why I review your words. I don't make up what you said. I'm going to make sure I play them back.
Business. Kenzie was an adult when her and Cash started talking, even if they wanted to fucking, have, which it's never been. He's always been supportive to her. They fucking knew that. They participated, sat in those chats when that happened.
Community T said, Pearl, I'm running out of mics. She's dropped so many of them.
Nonsense. Nonsense. Your child is an adult. She wants to talk to a man on the internet. Nobody's business and nobody cares. If she wants to run away with him to Kathmandu and have a Hindu wedding, God bless her. I don't care.
Sorry. I know that you want it to be a big thing, but it's not. You poor, poor, unfortunate soul.
Happened. It hurt. It hurt. That really did bother me. I'll
did
tell you
not.
flat out. That really got under my skin.
No, what got under your skin is that you got pushed back and then you didn't get to play victim. We tripped you right at the door as you were walking into victimhood. I stuck my foot out and you fell flat on your face and you keep doing it. That's
You
what got
could
under your
not handle the fact the tiny dancer came in to your chat and spoke up for a friend. The Tragedy Pimps Exposed came in and said, you're reacting before you know all the facts and you're making the victims part of the problem. You didn't like it and you couldn't handle it.
Nope. And I'm going to keep tripping you up every time you do this.
Because those people knew exactly how vulnerable Kenzie was at the time.
I don't know, Kenzie.
Oh my God.
God, lady.
I didn't know. Do you know what? I found out that your adult daughter, and God bless her, I wish nothing but the best for her, had experience of mental health problems and suicidal ideation because it came out of your mouth. And as somebody who has struggled with both of those things the whole of my life, I said I wasn't really sort of comfortable with you talking about it, adult, child or not. I believe it is only the individual person's subject to talk about. I stand by that. You will never make me see it any other way. And I've
And then
said
I
this to
skipped
other
over it.
people on other panels, not about you, about the situation of mental health and suicidal ideation. It's something I've spoken about on the Jerks
Yes.
when another sort of group of people that we know and care about lost their brother and they had real feelings of they should have known. It is an incredibly personal and individual thing that really, unless you've been through it yourself, you don't really understand. And I don't think it's for you to speak on. And I stand by that. I didn't know anything about your adult daughter's situation till it came out of your mouth. And I would never exploit it. Never. And anybody who says that I would is a liar who does not know me.
I even skipped over it, Pearl. You spoke from
We
a
did.
general place.
Yeah. I spoke from my own personal experience and I said then and there, I wish her nothing but the best, and said there is recovery and you learn how to cope with these things, with professional help. And that's where it should be, in a professional setting. We tried to skip through it as fast as we could. Six have said what she said in the chat. And you are losing your mind about it because you didn't get the applause and ass pats that somehow you thought that you would get from it. I don't know why you thought that.
Right. I don't either.
Was very open about it herself. and shit like that was said. Meanwhile, these people defend.
And shit like that was said. You're skirting around stuff again, lady. I swear you're going to keep getting tripped.
She does
Okay.
it.
Anyways,
She wants the people in the chat to fill in the blanks.
Yep.
Think she's it's almost like she's saying to them, what is the worst thing you think these people could have said? Yes, it was that. That's what they did.
Yes. I'm not going to tell you. I want you to fill in the blank, and I want it to be the most horrible thing you can think of. And yes, 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 that's what those evil ladies did. No, they called me on my bullshit, and I pissed the fuck off. That's really what happened. And she's still pissed off 5 months later. And she's going to be pissed off in 5 more months, and then 5 after that, I promise.
so Nunya came on my panel before I left for Florida, and I confronted her. Well, if anybody knows how it works, the word games, the spin cycles, the semantics that are played, I wasn't paying attention at all to the chat. Not a single fucking moment in time did I even look at the chat, which I regret because my poor mods were in absolute hell. Because at the time,
here we go, y'all. It's for the people. It's for her islanders. It's for her islanders that she does what she should have paid. I can't. This sanctimonious weirdo.
Nunya came in under an alt because I had already blocked her because I wanted nothing to do with her. Again, I took her wrench it'll be 2 years ago this month. Wanted nothing to do with her. Had moved on a long time before that. She had to come in under an alt. At the same time, she showed up.
Can you stop a minute, Soap? Nicole B, don't use the term kid. Mackenzie's an adult first and foremost. She might be Nonsense's kid, but she's not a kid in the true sense of the word. She's a grown woman. She wants to talk to a grown man on the internet. That's her right. If you think it's weird, that's your opinion, but I wish you wouldn't say it in here and have it permanently tacked onto Soup. Because
it will be tacked on.
Exactly. So I'm making a point of speaking from the panel about it. That is your opinion. I don't agree with it. I'm pretty sure the Soup doesn't agree with it either.
I like Nicole B, sweet girl, but I'm telling you what'll happen
No,
with that.
I've got no issue with Nicole B. I'm literally just addressing the words. That's all. And it's your opinion. If you want to think that, that's fine. I'm just saying, when you put it in the chat, it's going to get nailed onto Soup, and Soup doesn't think that.
It sure will, especially with Saint Nonsense.
The link, and I gave it to her. Amethyst rolled into the chat. Amethyst proceeds to start attacking Revival.
Oh, attack.
Saying that Revival is stalking her. That she is... it was a mindfuck. I didn't see any of it when it was actively going.
I'm going to assume the way this lady lies that never happened. And attacking, y'all act like you're being chased around with knives. Stop using the word attack.
Amethyst is saying that she did actually call out Revival in the chat. But again, why is that a problem? You go into people's chats and call people out. You go up on panels and call people out. Why is it allowed for you, but nobody else is allowed to do it? This is my issue with you.
You're good, Nicole B, hun. No, exactly. Okay. Hoodie said, yes, I called out Revival in chat. I still had a wrench. See, did you chase her with that wrench? Did you attack her with that wrench? Because the way Nonsense carries on, I got almighty, the attack word.
So Nunya is the nearly 50-year-old. Nunya is the nearly 50-year-old hanging around with somebody in the 20s. I presume that you're talking about Trevor Lee, a person who is mature beyond their years and working in real life to change things. It's not as if she's hanging out in the club with a group of young 20-year-olds pretending that she's 20. She's talking to a socially active man online who is making a difference. His age should not be material here. It's what he's doing. But you're trying to make it so, again, you're doing the very thing that you're accusing other people of. You're suggesting creepy, age inappropriate relationships online. Listen to yourself.
You sound like a nut. You are. And thank you. My dad is on a cruise for the $5. And because of that, I got one for you. Because I love that name.
Hi, Ziggy. Hi, Ziggy. She doesn't remember that when we were talking about her husband. And I said her husband was handsome. And she was like, thank you, my husband is.
Again,
Apparently,
thank
she's
you.
also possibly talking about an age difference in Amethyst's relationship. Again, none of your business. If they're consenting adults and they're happy together, none of your business.
Well, listen to this, Hoodie. I'm in my early 40s. Well, yeah, still, I guess you. And at Trisha Talks, Nut Lady called me an old hag. Can you believe that? I'm an old hag.
There are
Manage
age
the
differences in a
situation.
lot of relationships that are very, very long lasting. You need to step over your prejudice. Like I said, if people meet as consenting adults, it's none of your business.
No, it's on the internet too. She's trying to make it sound like it's something creepy.
They were asking her to stop. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Exactly.
Because everybody knows that wasn't true.
Zero.
There was just no truth to that. But she took the opportunity of me being distracted and present in the conversation with Nunya to completely attack Revival. Revival didn't do anything. Revival didn't do a fucking thing to
Revival's
anybody.
innocent.
Revival had mentioned to me in November of 2024 that she saw Am in.
Listen, y'all, Revival's innocent. Hoodies is the devil. Okay? Now, Hoodies, I hope you know I'm kidding. I'm a little sarcastic. Let's see. I just saw Nunya. Where's she at? The good Nunya. And I'm not 50. Also, the only 20-year-olds I hang out with is my kids, not one other person. Also, I'm not in contact with Trevor Lee as well.
Then that's on me. I assumed that's what she was talking about.
We
and
don't
also
know because she don't put names on nothing.
exactly, because she doesn't put a name on it. And because I'm in a Discord where both of those people are, and where Trevor does occasionally come in and tell us what's going on with him, I made that assumption, and that is completely on me. But the thing is, if you would actually name a name and show a fucking receipt, I wouldn't be fumbling around in the dark, would I?
It is here too, Cash. It is pouring down. Yeah, we wouldn't be fumbling around in the dark with this nut.
BJ's. That was it. Simple. I addressed it with Am. She basically said she was there, blah, 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 blah. She was just looking out for me. That was always the just looking out. It was no big deal. I thought it was over with and done with. Nobody was following her. Nobody was tattling on her. It was a one-time thing. It was addressed. But that turned into Revival was stalking her, which I know.
I just got to say, I love Remy's comment right now. This sums up nonsense. How does she remember all of these dates, yet can't get a story straight? Boy, ain't that the truth.
Is factually fucking bullshit. Straight up fucking bullshit. Nobody was tattling on her. It was a one-time thing. It was addressed. But that turned into Revival was stalking her, which I know is factually fucking bullshit. Straight up fucking bullshit. The only thing Revival has ever said about her was positive, uplifting, everything. Like, she never spoke negatively about Am once to me. Not a single fucking time.
Yeah, right.
Wasn't tattling.
Oh, God, girl.
Speaking of straight up bullshit, again, for anybody who was out of the room for a brief moment over the last few minutes, my comments about Nunya, absolute bullshit. I was incorrect, fumbling around in the dark because things weren't explicitly explained to me. And I did exactly what you intend people to do, which is fill in the gaps from my own assumed knowledge. There we are. There's an example of exactly what you do, nonsense. You say something without giving people exactly the pointers of what it is that you're talking about and what the circumstances is. And I filled in the gaps, just like you intend your chat to do when you lie about us over and over again. I fell into the trap. I wheeled myself straight into the pit. Poor old Nunya got referenced in the same sort of sentence as Trevor Lee. And like she says, you lot will probably make that into a whole load of green team bullshit, when in fact it was me running my mouth, filling in the gaps that you'd left. I really am sorry, Nunya. I really did wheel right into her trap.
I wheeled right into her trap. Doodles and Gray says, I like nonsense. I have enjoyed watching her for a couple of years, but the last 12 plus months, things have steadily changed. I keep hearing this. When I first started listening to nonsense, I thought she was all right. I didn't have a problem with her. I thought she was a little dull, didn't have a sense of humor to save her life. But you know what? That's okay. You ain't got to hate somebody because they don't have a sense of humor. And then I started noticing that things were rapidly declining. Like, And then the whole yep situation happened. And then that's when she really made an ass of herself. And what was it Deets said? I like what, okay. Why are the Islanders always looking out to defend her? That's something okay. This is something I was going to get into, Deets. Is she so thin-skinned that her people have to do it for her all the time? Now, there's a couple of things I think here. Either, which it could be a possibility that her Islanders are out scouting to see who's saying things and running it back, her bone carriers, but she calls them Islanders. Thank you, Michelle. Or she watches, and what she does is she puts it on them, sanctimonious nonsense here. They come and bring it to me. She does this a lot. You'll hear they were very upset. It doesn't bother me at all. It's them that I'm worried about. It's part of her act. It's part of her act. I care about you. I'm here for you. The only reason I'm doing this is for my Islanders. I don't believe that at all. I think she's as messy as the next one.
Nonsense. Revival is absolutely a bone carrier. She was in Tragedy Pimps Exposed premiere when she was doing the video covering the facts of what went down, and she was in there like she was writing Yelp reviews, praising up Nonsense and how brilliant Nonsense is and her integrity. It was really weird. A bunch of them came in. It's like, do you think that this is sort of like Amazon reviews or some sort of job application? Just shut up and listen to the video. But no, they're going to come in and say things. And indeed, Revival even went to the extent of sharing Tiffany Marie's recent outburst about me on her community wall. Somebody said, "Ooh, Revival's trying to get in there, stirring the spoon." I don't care. Was I being shady as fuck? Yes, I was being shady as fuck.
Yeah. She came in here a couple of months ago thinking that she was going to show out. No, you ain't. Revival puts herself in the mix. But you got Saint Nonsense here coming in to clean up after. Good morning, Eliza. Finally up.
Morning, Liza.
Lean on her. But right then and there, I knew that something was weird.
She is still messing around with the damn lighter, y'all.
Because trust, when I got off the phone, I went and got a lighter and then I let my cigarette go out. God dang it. I knew something was really weird. Because according to what I knew, she had cut ties with those people too. Now, it wasn't a requirement of me at all. She had been friends with Nunya and some of that group. That's how we had all kind of like met each other. But I knew at that point in time something was weird because the way she rolled in right alongside her and went after Revival was very interesting because Revival had her own independent relationship with Nunya outside of me. So that was enough.
Don't worry, Nunya. If you start beating up your community wall posts like it's a damn diary, I will let you know quick, fast, and in a hurry. I promise you ain't got nothing to worry about. I hate that shit. Dear community wall. And stupid poems or inspirational quotes. Oh, God. Pearl knows how bad I hate that.
Opportunity.
I do. I hate when people run to their community wall posts to treat it like a diary. It's a community wall post. You can like drop some, tea, let people know you're going live, have your notification. That's pretty much how I use it. Or I'll post Bun sometimes. Yes, I will, because she's so cute. But I'm not
here. I'm here for the Bun content.
She's so cute.
That was taken. So at that point in time, I did have a slight conversation with her. There was no understanding that could be garnered because I wasn't going to be gaslit into believing that Revival was doing anything because Revival's not. Now, let me tell you.
Look, I'm going to have to rewind that. MK. I got to go to the bathroom. Pearl, I'm going to rewind. I got to go to the bathroom. MK.
And went after Revival was very interesting because Revival had her own independent relationship with Nunya outside of me. So that was an opportunity that was taken. So at that point in time, I did have a slight conversation with her. There was no understanding that could be garnered because I wasn't going to be gaslit into believing that Revival was doing anything because Revival's not. Now, let me tell you, she is extremely protective of me. She is extremely observant. But she is by far the last one usually that tells me the shit that's going on. There's about 500 other people that come and run to me and tell me what's going on. And then as soon as I say something, they're like, don't put it out there that I told you. And it's like, okay. So Revival ends up taking a lot of shit too, because they think that she's the one going and collecting all this information and bringing it back to me. 9 times out of 10, that's the furthest from the truth.
Other people.
But I made a decision in that moment after seeking understanding and trying to have a conversation that this was not going to, there was no space here. Like, this was just something for me personally that I was not going to tolerate. You are not going to treat people that I love and care about that way. Even though at one time I cared about this person too. You are never going to blatantly lie about what this person is doing and then expect me to make a choice and choose you. Not going to happen.
While she blatantly lies about everybody else. Again, this is Saint Nonsense of Arizona. She's doing it for the people, the subs, the moderators. None of this is for herself. Do y'all ever get sick of this preachy, sanctimonious?
Oh God, yes. Oh yes. 500 people who come to her and tell her things, and not a single one of them has enough backbone to stand up and say it on a panel with you. I find that hard to believe.
I do too. Thank you, Dree, a member for 5 months. Let me get you something real quick. One, two. Where you at? There it is.
That scumbag.
I bet Cody isn't doing a happy dance today.
Oh Lord, I seriously did not think that I would read the book and dislike him more. I thought that she would say something that would possibly make him more human or make me warm more to, and seriously, she's quite restrained in this book. She doesn't make things more. She doesn't make things more dramatic than they need to be. In fact, this one circumstance that she talks about, she's so factual as to try and take all emotion out of it that it makes it more shocking.
Really? Well, man. I'm going to let this play for about 10 more minutes. Then little one's going to be home, and then I'm getting back to my book.
Ultimately, I think in her head, I chose Revival, which I did. I mean, I guess you can play it that way. I chose the truth, is what I chose. I chose the fucking truth. Revival was not stalking, harassing, doing anything to harm her, anything. So for me, after having a conversation, which was instantly weaponized with what I was very proud of standing beside her all along, just throw everything away, just throw it away, just get rid of it. And I was like, I would never fucking do that. I would never fucking do that to somebody. Like, what the fuck? I've known you for 2.5 years. I would never do that to somebody, period. So I blocked. I tried. I thought I was crazy. I really genuinely thought I was losing.
I blocked. I tried. What? I really thought I was, honey, you did. If you thought that, you were on the right path there for a minute. Who told you were sane?
In my fucking mind. I had Kyle go through it.
Kyle!
Read everything.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Kyle again. She's making him read this shit. I cannot imagine taking any of this weird crap to my husband. Honey, I need you to read that and tell me I'm not crazy.
Please tell me that if you ever do that, you will film it, because I would love that. I would love him to just look at you like you'd fallen out, sort of all the crazy tree, and hit every branch on the way down. Like,
seriously,
the fuck?
He would go to the garage and stay there. And guess what? I wouldn't chase him out there to show a big wrench like she did. She's a damn nut, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Y'all hear me? She's a nut.
Everything. I had 2 other very trusted individuals in my life go through it, read everything.
Oh my God.
And I sat with them and I was like, what am I missing? And these are people that, good, bad, indifferent, are going to say, well, no, this is probably what it is.
Oh, yeah, right. Shut up. I can't. Now I sound like
they were just as confused as me.
Chase for justice.
So the best alternative in that situation was no fucking thank you. I'm not doing this. Like,
You know that she's making this up right off the dome, too. It just everything is made up. I don't believe her. No one can convince me because I've watched her lie. I've watched her. She's crazy. I don't know about Kyle, but my husband ain't going to read a chat on YouTube to take a side or not. He don't want to live exactly, man. Most men don't give a about this shit, except for B Tim. Okay, B Tim's very invested.
I feel like
It ended up
Dixie's
being-
husband's response was the most natural response that I've ever heard to online bullshit, which is, I got this email from this nut.
I got this email from this nut. Well, that nut was Ziggy, y'all. This one right. This is around the time that he got the email too. It wasn't long after it. This right here.
Hi, Ziggy. Hi, Ziggy. She doesn't remember that when we were talking about her husband, and I said her husband was handsome, and she was like, "Thank you, my husband is."
I'm never letting that go.
I would not. There were things stated such as, I didn't show up enough. I didn't do enough.
Thank you, Hakab. I see you started following me over on TikTok, and I'll be more active over there very soon.
I wasn't enough. And I'm like, the fuck? I'm not about to. No. Like, I have a lot of people in my life that need.
All right. I got to end it here. Okay. You can only take nonsense in doses. There's going to be a part 2 tonight because I am going to finish covering this. The little one's going to be home soon. A busted pipe at school. I swear. B Tim don't count when I say me. He's disqualified. Yes, that's Ziggy. Hi, Ziggy. Hi, Ziggy. But
That's Ziggy with her wrecked U-Haul voice, where she's been shouting around her house for so many hours that her voice starts cracking, giving out. That is always an indication of a good U-Haul moment.
Always. But I'm going to break this down some more. Pearl, if you want to come up with me tonight, that'd be good.
I'd love to, darling. I'd love to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I keep sort of rambling on and talking about it. It's just that
I want
it's
you
so
to.
obvious what she's doing, and I
Yes.
can't stand it.
Oh, it's cringe. I hate it with everything in me, but here I am reviewing it. But that's what I'm here to do. Me and Pearl. I'm not going to let her get by with this shit. I'm just not going to do it. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to go because she's about home.
I give my love to Anna.
Oh, she wants to talk to you, by the way. Is that Pearl? Where's Pearl? Pearl? All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming through. I'll probably see you around 5:30, 6 o'clock tonight. I'm out. There's the bus. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed day. Peace.